All right, greetings everyone. We are live again. Dynasty Mirror Search for Uhuru. Thank you so much for joining us. We are back on somewhat of a regular schedule. I just got back, just returned from Sierra Leone. We had a beautiful time. I took 17 people. And again, we had an awesome time, awesome trip in Sierra Leone. I still have more videos to post, which I'll get to shortly. Hopefully this weekend I should be finished posting everything. If not, it'll run into next week. So again, we had a great time in Sierra Leone, and we're going back end of November, early December. I'll keep you guys posted. I will release the date soon. Also, Nigeria. We are going to Nigeria August 16th to the 22nd, August 16th to the 22nd. So if you're interested in enrolling with us to Nigeria, go to dynastymirror.com, send me a message, and I will get back to you and give you all the details. We're going for the Oshun Festival. So come and join us. Make sure you go to dynastymirror.com, subscribe, join the email list while you're there so you can stay up to date in regards to what's going on with Dynasty Mirror, the brand. Also, like, share, subscribe, you guys. Again, like, share, subscribe. We are at almost 93,000 subscribers. So we're going to get to 100K. When we get to 100K, I have a special giveaway for you guys. I have a special giveaway once we get to 100K. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to giving you guys a special gift for a special person out there. Just one of you. Just one person. I don't know how I'm going to do it. I guess I'm going to have some type of raffle. We'll figure it out. When we hit 100K, we will figure it out. And also, guys, make sure you visit One Africa Properties. We actually have properties listed in Rwanda, where our sister is from. Well, not from, lives now. We're going to get into the story as far as where she's from and how she ended up. Shout out to Shaka XL. Thank you, brother. How Miss Shana ended up in Rwanda. We'll get into that shortly. But we have properties for sale in Rwanda. Go to oneafricaproperties.com. And what we're doing, we're building a database of properties all over the continent. And in that, what we do, we reach out to local developers and agents on the continent. We partner with them. You know, we help screen and do some of the lead work, not all the lead work, but some of the lead work. Again, when it comes to buying property in Africa, you need to treat it like you do buying property here in America. Make sure you have your lawyers and the right people in place still. But, we definitely help with that process as far as with the database that we're offering on oneafricaproperties.com. So make sure you go there, check that out, and check out our listings in Rwanda. Without further ado, we have a special guest all the way from Rwanda, Miss Shana Billingy. Visit Plan Venture, yes. Sisters in Rwanda. And, we're just going to jump right into it. We have a special guest in the audience. Master, you want to say hello? Come say hello, Master. They can't see you. They can't see you.
Hi.
So, hi, how are you?
So
Good.
Yeah. So we have a special guest in the audience.
That's so sweet.
Mansa Amir is here with us. And we both need to get haircuts. So he gets a haircut when Daddy gets a haircut, and Daddy's been gone for almost a month.
That's
so you guys have to forgive. Yeah, you guys got to forgive, the hair, but Sister Shana, so, tell us where you're from and all that good stuff. And we're going to get into the story, into the journey. We're gonna cover all that.
Yeah, sure. Before I get started with that, I just want to second what you said. Just by way of a quick background, I am an attorney. And coming here, I just recently purchased property, and I also hired a local attorney because, coming from America, we don't know a lot of the local rules and regulations here. So I second your advice, which is if you're buying property, dealing with property, always have professionals that you're working with. I highly recommend that. But anyway,
No, I was gonna say, because it's just, again, you have to treat the buying process in Africa like you do in America.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah. So I'm from Maryland, and I
okay.
just arrived in Rwanda in March of this year. But
Hmm.
I previously lived in Africa for 4 years. I was in Nairobi, Kenya, and I was able to travel to a number of different countries while I was there. So I am very familiar with the continent on a whole, but this time when I came back, I decided to come to Rwanda.
Okay. All right. So tell us, so if from Maryland, were you born and raised in Maryland? Like what?
Yes. Uh-huh.
Okay. So born and raised in Maryland.
Mhm.
Where'd you go to college at? Like where'd you go to undergrad and all
Uh,
that?
so undergrad, you probably won't know. It's a private university. It's called Oakwood University. It's in Alabama. And then I came back to Maryland for law
Hold on.
school.
What's the name of it? What's the name of it again?
Oakwood University.
Is that like a private Christian school?
Yeah, yeah. Uh-huh.
I know exactly. I know exactly. Yeah. See.
Okay.
Hold on, but let me guess. Hold on. And I might be wrong. How far is it from Columbus, Georgia? Is it like maybe an hour from Columbus
I think so.
or
Yeah,
farther?
I think it is. Yeah,
See,
I
I
think
told you. You talk about, I don't know. I know that Dynasty gets around, so I
uh,
know.
yeah,
I
most people
know. Oh,
be
yeah.
like,
It's not far
"Oh,
from
yeah.
because I want to say they have several different branches. Like that's not the only campus they have.
No. Yeah,
I
in that
could be
area,
wrong.
there's a number of different campuses. Yeah.
Right. See, yeah,
Yeah.
I knew. See, that's why you can't assume that, it's a small school, but I knew about it. I know about
Yeah,
Oakland.
exactly. Yeah. And then
Mhm.
for law school, I came back to Maryland and I went to University of Baltimore Law School.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So what's your what do you practice in law? Like what's your
Real estate.
okay, so you do real estate law.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you were doing let's see here. So law school, you went to the University of Baltimore law school there.
Uh-huh.
When you graduated, like what did you do after you graduated? You did law in Baltimore, you stayed in Maryland, like what?
Yeah, I stayed in Maryland and I was doing pretty much, I was a title attorney. So when you buy and sell homes in Maryland, you have to have an attorney review the chain of title to make sure that,
Right.
everything is clear. There's no liens, there's no judgments on the property. All the owners that are in the chain are valid owners. So an attorney has to sign off on that. So that was basically what I did for the first couple of years.
Okay. And after that, like I'm just trying to put this like in chronological order. Like, you're in corporate, you graduate from school, you're in corporate, and then you decided to go to Africa when?
2010.
Okay.
I had an opportunity to do a contract assignment with the World Bank, an international company, and it was just for. It's supposed to be just for a couple months. They're like, well, we have this opportunity in Africa. It was originally I was in Johannesburg, South Africa, so that's where I was for the
Okay.
first couple of months. And they were like, are you willing to go? I was like, yeah. I mean, I had already been to Africa. My first trip to Africa, I went to Ghana. So this was back in high school. I was on a mission trip and we built a church out there. So I was already familiar with at least Ghana, but I was like, yeah, I've never been to South Africa. I was happy to go. And that one assignment turned into a permanent position, which turned into 4 years. So that's how that happened.
All right, guys, hit that like button as you come to the chat room. So you went to Africa. You went to Africa in 2010. Stayed for 4 years. Then you come back. Why did you come back? In fact, let me back up. How was your experience in Kenya and Johannesburg?
I loved it. Johannesburg, I was only there for maybe, it was about 4 or 5 months. I was in
Mm-hmm.
Kenya for 4 years. So I have much more experience in Kenya. But I loved being in Africa. No matter where I lived, I was doing a lot of travel. So I would say Kenya for me, I absolutely fell in love when I was there. I think there's so many things that you can get into, you can explore, you can learn about your history. So yeah, I absolutely loved it.
Okay. Then you came back in, I guess, 2014. So when you came back, you came
Yeah.
back to Maryland. Am I right? You came back to Maryland?
Yeah.
All right.
And
So when you came back to
yeah, sorry. I came
no,
back.
go ahead. Go ahead. Finish.
Yeah, I was the Westgate attack happened in Nairobi, and
Yeah, I remember that.
shook me a bit because that was one of the malls that I frequented a lot. And the attack happened on a Saturday. And had it happened on Sunday, I literally would have been at that mall because I used to go every Sunday. They had certain shops that you can only get there. So that shook me a little bit. I was already in, Kenya for 4 years and I was feeling a little bit homesick. So I think everything in combination, I decided that, it was time to head back home.
No, so I actually visited Westgate like maybe a year after that happened. I know they beefed up security to that mall, but yeah, that was unfortunate what happened. So you left Kenya, you came back to Baltimore or Maryland, correct?
Maryland,
And what were you doing once you returned?
So when I got back, I was doing still a little bit of contract work for other international companies. So I ended up coming back to Africa for a few weeks. I went to Zambia, working on a few projects there. So I was doing more what I would call like ad hoc contract work. And then I got into more of the real estate law. I became a foreclosure attorney and I got into that side of things.
Okay. So you're still going back and forth visiting. Like during that time, were you like, you know what? I want to move to Africa. So when did you decide mentally that you wanted to move to the continent?
Yeah, I think I would have to say I've been thinking about it over the last 2 years, but what really sealed the deal for me was when the pandemic hit. I asked myself, I was like, if I have to be stuck somewhere, do I want to be stuck in the US? And the answer was a clear no. I mean, that was a very clear answer for me. And if the answer was no, I don't want to be in the US, where do I want to be? The answer was very clear on that as well. It was Africa. So I started research literally from March 2020 on the few countries that I thought would be viable options for me in terms of relocation. And I was just going through the options, and then I narrowed it down to Rwanda being number one. And in the event Rwanda didn't work out, of course, I could always go to Kenya because I'm very familiar with Kenya.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So when you moved to Rwanda, you never visited Rwanda before you moved, or no?
Oh, no. I've been to Rwanda at least 8 times while I was living in Kenya for the 4 years. So I'm very familiar with Rwanda. And it's a good question. It's part of what I advise people, because I see a lot of people picking up their lives and they move directly to Africa and having never visited the continent or any of the countries. That isn't something that I recommend personally, even though I know there's a sense of urgency at the moment. I still think it's good to maybe take a sabbatical, take a couple of weeks off, go visit first. Then you can come back and plan and see what you would like to do. But so I've already been here several times to answer your question.
Okay. So how was the moving process? Did you like put all your stuff in a container and ship it? Like, do you have real estate still in America? Tell us, do you have to sell your house before you left? Like, tell us.
Yeah, so I have a small condo back in the US. I was thinking about selling it, but to be honest, I know you have this discussion a lot with your guests about whether you should sell or hold. My answer for me was it depends on the amount of equity that you have in your home. So for me, I decided to hold on to it. I have a property management company that's handling all of the tenant issues and all of that. But it made more sense for me financially to hold on to it because I think that the value of the US dollar is very important. And if I can, generate some US income, that also is important to me. So, but I will say, if I was on the opposite end where I did not have a lot of equity, maybe it would make more sense for me to sell. But everyone's situation is different. But for me, I chose to hold on to it and I'm renting it out.
Okay. Now, are you married? You have kids? Like,
no, no, and no. No,
okay.
I'm not married. No kids.
Okay. How old are you?
I don't know if I actually tell my age.
Nah, we ask. I mean, we uncover all. I mean, we ask all questions here. Like how old are you?
Yeah, I'm 40.
Okay, all right. I mean, I'm 39. So I mean, that's
Yeah.
fine. Okay. So did you? Go ahead?
Oh, sorry. I wanted to answer the second part. So I didn't ship anything. I
Okay.
literally came with 3 large suitcases and 1 carry-on, and that's it. For me, shipping is, first of all, very costly, and you have to deal with customs. And then if there's, corruption, you gotta, if there's a corrupt officer, you gotta deal with that. So I personally did not want to have to deal with that. And I also want to support the local economies here. So I would rather purchase furniture pieces like beds and sofas that are made in the country so I can support the economy here rather than shipping stuff from the US here. So that's just my take on it.
Okay. All right. So did you sell a lot of stuff before you left, or did you?
I gave it away. I actually didn't sell.
You gave it away. Okay.
Yeah. I gave everything away.
All right. So how long have you been in Rwanda so far?
So far, it's just been over 2 months.
2 months. How's your experience been?
It's been good. I love Rwanda for a lot of different reasons. The climate is great. I love the landscapes here. The landscapes you can't get in any other country. I think it's very safe. I love the culture here. So for me, it's sort of like I feel like I'm at home, and I'm very happy with the choice of coming here.
Mm-hmm. Let's see what we got here in the chat room. Shout out to Fabian. Fabian says, good choice. Hold on to that property.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here. Black Love is asking, do you like it? So I guess you do like.
Yeah, I love it.
Or you wouldn't move there.
Yeah, exactly.
I noticed there's a lot of repats who are going to Rwanda.
Well, I think, it depends on what you're looking for. So for example, I love many other countries. It's not just that I only love Rwanda, but, by way of example, Tanzania is another popular destination for a lot of repacks. But I, for example, would not choose Tanzania mainly because I can't buy property in Tanzania as a foreigner. Right. So that eliminated Tanzania from me. So I narrowed down my choices based on what was important to me. So that's going to vary per individual. But, that's why I say you have to do your research and make sure that you kind of know what you're getting into.
Mm-hmm. Black Love says, I'm looking for Black love and Black unity. I'm looking for somewhere where African people are chill. Oh, sorry about that. Somebody was calling me. Sorry about that. Hold on, let me turn my ringer off. Guys, I apologize. Hit that like button. Also, make sure you share and subscribe. Everybody, please share and subscribe. Oh, shout out to Colin Roach. Brother Colin Roach. Had him on the show before. He's in Rwanda as well. Do you know Mr. Roach?
I ran into him I was at MTN, and I ran into him, and he was very chill, very nice. Yeah.
Okay. Let's see here. So Rwanda. So you can own real estate as a foreigner, I guess, in Rwanda.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good thing. Now, people are always asking about citizenship. How's that process for Rwanda?
Yeah, I would say the process, you can get citizenship by way of marriage, by way of if your parents were citizens. But the way that I'm going about it, I got a 10-year visa. if you are in the US, you can apply at your US embassy for a 10-year visa. That's still a tourist visa. So it does have the caveat that you have to leave every 6 months and then come back. So that's the only caveat with it. But 10 years is a long time. And then I think after the 10-year period, you can look to apply for permanent residency after that. So, but citizenship, I think, only comes by certain means. And I don't think I would be able to necessarily get citizenship, but permanent residency definitely
well, I mean, you could get married.
Well, it's possible. Yeah.
I mean, you're not talking to anybody out there. I mean, I'm not. You gotta be dating out there.
I just got here. I've been on.
I mean, that starts online before you go. That starts online before you go.
I guess so, yeah. You know, we have a very large expat community here, and the locals are very friendly. So they're not, I would say the culture is a little bit more reserved, but I wouldn't say they're shy, but they're a little bit more reserved in terms of approaching people and stuff like that.
Listen, I know these African men are all over you. Listen, I travel. And I see how African men are with the minute they hear that Black American woman accent, I know they're all over you. So I know they're not reserved. Trust me.
We'll see. Maybe I'll get lucky. We'll see.
Oh my goodness, maybe you get lucky. I already know you're just being reserved right now because I already know they are all over you. When you went to that MTN, I already know those Rwandan men couldn't keep their hands off of you. Stop being shy. I already know. Trust me.
Yeah. It's true. It's true.
Thank you. So all you got to do is just get married and you'll be good to go. Because I'm guessing, I don't know if you have anybody, a significant other back in America. If not, you get you a Rwandan man, and then there you go.
Yeah. I was looking actually at one of your earlier interviews where you were talking about who you're coupled with can actually hinder your move or prevent it altogether. I think that discussion was very valid and interesting. So yeah, whoever you're partnered with matters and matters a lot.
Right. Yes, man, guys, hit that like button again. Please hit that like button. If you want to call in and ask a question, again, if you want to call in and ask a question, email is in the chat room, uhuru@searchforahuru.com, uhuru@searchforahuru.com. If you want to ask a question, in fact, oh man, our homegirl got married, Narette. She got married in Rwanda.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that come here and get married. Yeah.
Narette got married in Rwanda.
Yeah. No, it definitely, I'm open to all possibilities. So whatever is right is right.
Yeah, so you go to Rwanda, find your Rwandan man, have some Rwandan babies, you good to go. You submit it. You in.
Yeah.
You in. So guys, send me an email if you'd like to call in, or uhuru@searchforahuru.com, or uhuru@searchforahuru.com. So what are you currently doing in Rwanda?
Yeah, so right now, just to tie me over, I am teaching English online, but I really want to focus on starting a business here, which is another reason why I chose Rwanda, is because it's so quick and easy to start a business. So I'm spending the first couple of weeks also just trying to feel out the environment to see what would be viable here on the ground in terms of business options. But yeah, I would be very happy to get a business started. And also I have some income coming in from the rental property that's holding me over as well. So hopefully if the business gets running, things will pick up from there.
Okay. Oh, listen, hold on. Stop the show. Stop the show. Hold on. We got somebody for you. Brother Colin Roach, he said he would like to date you. So we're going to set that up offline. So offline, Y'all both from Rwanda. Now he's not Rwandan, so I don't know about the whole citizenship thing, but you know, but I think he's from the island, so maybe you get a passport from there. You know, so offline, you know, we'll try to set that up. You just said in the chat room, I would like to date her. He's in the chat room. He just said that, so there you go. He's not Rwandan, but you know,
I think he and I might actually be related. So I don't know if he and I can.
Oh yeah, we can't do that. Not on here. Yeah, I'm not gonna be part of that. Yeah,
he's from Trinidad, and both of my parents are from Trinidad, and I have some roaches in my family. So I think he and I might be related. So.
Yeah. So we're not gonna go there. Yeah, y'all might brother Roach, y'all might be related. So we're not gonna go there. So we'll leave that alone. You know, I'm not touching that. Now that's between y'all offline, but I'm not, guys. I'm not a part of that. So if you guys see Sister Shana and Brother Roach holding hands, Rwanda, Dynasty Samir was not part of that. Okay, so I'm letting you guys know now. So if you'd like to call in, email is uhuru@searchforahuru.com, uhuru@searchforahuru.com. Send me an email, and you're more than welcome to call in and ask your question. Again, you're more than welcome to call in and ask your question. Major Mosby, we just discussed the citizenship process. Let's see here. What else do we have in the chat room? What else do we have here in the chat room? Oh, so when you told your family and friends that you were moving to Africa, how did they receive that?
I think because I've already been living, I've already lived on the continent for an extended period of time before. It didn't come as much of a surprise to them. You have some people that are like, well, why and this, but at the end of the day, it's your decision, it's your life. They're not living your life. So, if they love you and they support you, they will be supportive. And luckily on my end, everyone was supportive. So, but I don't think they were shocked because they know I love Africa. So it wasn't a big shock.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, visit Namibia. I love Namibia. In fact, I need to go back and visit Namibia. I haven't been there since 2012, I think it was. 2012. I haven't been in Namibia since 2012.
And one of my
nice country
from there. I have to go visit.
Yeah, I like Namibia. It's a very it's a nice country.
Is it more like sort of like a little London? I was told, like a European type of feel.
Yeah, but you still got that African, vibe. Like it's not overly European, but you still got like that African, like it's so in Windhoek at some of the markets. Are you familiar with the tribe called the Himba?
No.
Yeah, so like the Himba women, like they and I mean pretty much naked when they walk around. They put like clay, right? And they put clay on their skin. Okay. Like I visited the Himba tribe.
Okay.
And so, like you'll see them in Windhoek, in the city, walking around.
Yeah.
So they still, it's like a fusion of it's very, very probably one of the most developed countries I've ever been to.
Mm-hmm. But still has the tradition.
They have all the infrastructure and everything, but it's still traditional. They have, it's still, you still get that traditional vibe. So,
good.
So yeah, it's cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a very small. The population is small, but it's a beautiful country. It's cool. The women are beautiful in Namibia.
Yeah.
The women are gorgeous in Namibia as well, fellas. So yeah, go visit. Go and visit Namibia. Ronnie the Red Prince, you know your stuff. Your Ryan Himbas are one of our people here. Yeah, I went to visit the Himba when I went to Namibia in 2012. And I remember in Windhoek, they was out in Windhoek. And usually they don't, like other countries, when you get into the city, there's certain stuff they're not going to allow.
Yeah.
But in Namibia and Windhoek, it was cool. Now, I don't know if that's changed now because it's 2021, but when I was there, it was cool.
Okay.
It was cool. So
now, are you planning? If you don't mind me asking, are you going to moving permanently to the continent, or?
Right now, I'll be back and forth because my son is here. So
Okay,
that's the I'll be back and forth. So
got it. Okay.
yeah, because my son is still here. So again, guys, if you'd like to call in, send me an email. You could call in and so what are your plans? So do you plan on traveling to any other countries or possibly relocate? Are you going to permanently be in Rwanda or do you might move around throughout the continent?
Yeah, I think I will have Rwanda as the base, but I do want to move around. It's just because of COVID right now, it's just not the best time. But yeah,
No,
I would love
it's
to.
open. Everything is open. What do you mean COVID? Everything is open.
Yeah, everything is open, but I don't know. I'm not, I haven't gotten the vaccine personally. So, I'm a little bit more cautious with my movements. But yeah, I think once things kind of become a little bit more normalized, I will be all over Africa because there's certain countries like Egypt that are on my bucket list. I have not been to Morocco there, so there are certain places I definitely need to go.
I've been to Morocco. Morocco's cool. Haven't
Yeah.
been to Egypt. I'm more of a West African cat. Like I know I got to
Yeah.
get back to East Africa, but I've just West Africa. That's
Yeah, in West Africa, my favorite so far, Senegal, I love. Burkina
uh,
Faso is probably, if I spoke French, Burkina Faso would have been on the top of my list for relocation. I love Burkina. It's a very small town, Ouagadougou, but I enjoy Burkina. But I don't speak French, so I would be a fish out of water over there.
okay. Police. Okay, whatever. Let's see what else do we have here, guys. Turkish Airlines has the best flight from Atlanta to Kigali, Rwanda. You can get a round trip for less than $1,500. And this
Yeah,
Swaggy Nation says,
I took
no, go ahead.
Qatar Airways, and it was definitely also less than 1,500 for a round trip. So
Let's see what else. The radio station in Cape Town is still saying 6 months in jail if caught disobeying the COVID laws. Goodness, wow. Wow, 6 months in jail. What are your thoughts on Kagame?
I like his leadership. I think that he has, I mean, from where the country was to where they have become, where they've reached now, is nothing short of a miracle, in my opinion. So I admire his leadership. I think that the country has grown tremendously under his leadership. So I'm hoping that he can stay in power longer. I don't know how things are going to go, but some people don't agree with everything that he does. But as far as the reform and the progression of the country, definitely he has done so much for it. Qatar Airways. Qatar Airways is in many states in the U.S. So depending on where you live, you can just book a flight from there. They usually have a stopover through Doha, Qatar, which is where I just had one stopover. And then from Doha, you would then come into Africa. So Qatar Airways, they're pretty much everywhere.
Did you go out and actually see the city of Doha at all?
No, I didn't. My layover was like 9 hours, so I just stayed in the lounge. But I should have. The airport was nice, but you can only go out if your layover is over 12 hours. They have certain packages that you can book. But since my layover was only 9 hours, I just stayed inside.
Okay. Let's see here. All right, she said, just call me Brian says she is in Rwanda and her video quality is better than Dinus in Atlanta. Oh, okay. All right. I mean, if you think so, just call me Brian. If you think so. If you think so. But how can people contact you and reach out to you?
Sure. They can just email me at visitplanventure@gmail.com. If they would like to reach out, they can definitely reach me there.
Do you have a YouTube page?
Yes, YouTube is Visit Plan Venture. So the name on this screen, that's my YouTube. So you can check out all the videos there. And my channel is a little bit, you know,
What do you discuss on your channel? What do you discuss on your channel?
Yeah, so I do a lot of vlogs, but I'm just starting a new series now that's called Strategically Small, where I would like for us to focus on living more simply and minimally so that we can utilize funds for other things like investments, building businesses. So for example, you know, I am moving into a very small space. It's, I think, 355 square feet. It's a small studio. And I know people looking at me like, why are you doing that? But there's plenty of reasons behind why I'm doing that. So I think my channel is going to focus on living minimally so that you can enjoy life and be free from expenses and bills, and you can do other things with your funds.
Okay. All right. Well, everyone, we'll go ahead and sign out. Everyone, thank you so much for joining. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Make sure you go to... Okay, here we go. Do you plan on getting barred? Oh, since you're a lawyer, how is it as far as if you wanted to practice law in Rwanda?
Yeah, I think that you probably have to take some sort of exam if I wanted to practice law over here. I don't think you can just come and practice law. So I haven't researched what is required, to be honest, but I'm sure there is some sort of test exam that you would have to take in order to qualify.
Okay.
Yeah.
So everyone, thank you so much for joining. Like, share, subscribe. Until next time, family. Dynasty Mirror, search for Uhuru. Peace.
Bye.
Bye-bye.